is up, guys, and welcome to the VisualWood podcast, episode number 62.
Wow.
What is going on?
Hey, man. Hey.
What's up? What happened? You
No,
like
that
my
was just
change?
very impressive. There was way less preamble for this. Is like the least preamble that we've ever done on a podcast. Like before you managed to just give a stellar intro. That was really good. I like it.
Oh yeah.
It just sound kind of bad, right? Actually, doesn't.
Yeah. I guess it does. I think I'm just tired of the week. So much going on.
So you were talking to me about this. Do you want to fill everyone in? Like, it's been a long week, hasn't it? A long week.
Yeah. We've been playing games. We had Stray. We played Darkest Dungeon. We were playing more Monstrum. We were playing Guild Wars 2, obviously, and all the news with Guild Wars 2. It's been a lot. It's been a lot going on. And, I mean, daily videos, something I haven't done in a while, and I've been doing it for, 2 weeks straight.
Mm-hmm.
And, the channel is growing and everything, so it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. What about you, man? How's your week going?
Well, I was going to ask you, beyond, work stuff, what have you been doing for, social time? I saw you tweeted out an hour ago, about to jump into the new 52 comics, hardcover or paperback. What's the deal there?
All right. So I want to get back into comics, and I want to jump on the reboot. So, and DC Comics are rebooting their universe, right? And of course, some of them are gonna keep some of their old storylines and stuff like that, but they're gonna be changing a lot and rebooting it for new people who are coming into comics because of all the success from the movies.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's called the New 52. On Amazon, you can get volumes, like volume 1, volume 2, volume 3, and it has a collection of the comics inside of there. I also want to get into. I kind of want to get into the Flash. I want to get to Batman. I heard the guy who's writing that is very good. Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh, that's Marvel, but they have the comics coming from the movies as well, which is pretty cool. I definitely want to get into Miles Morales. He's like the Black Spider-Man, and
Right?
Yeah, it's, oh my gosh, it seems so interesting. I was watching this cartoon clip of him in it, and this is the storyline where Peter Parker dies, and he comes back and stuff like that. But Marvel is also
Wait. Peter Parker dies, and it's like when a superhero remains but is replaced by another character, right?
Yeah.
So how there's been loads of Green Lanterns. So he gets replaced by a black guy. Really?
Yeah.
How does that happen? How does the black guy get bitten by a spider and stuff?
I'm about to order the comic, so I'm going to see. And that's also Marvel. But Marvel did do a kind of refresh called Marvel Now, and they have new designs of the characters and stuff, but they didn't really change, their story or anything.
Okay, so it's still all
but
very
Marvel is
complicated.
also going to do the same thing though. Marvel's going to also reboot everything, and it's going to be called All New Marvel. So that's going to be interesting. And so I kind of want to collect everything and, start from the, I guess the reboot. Because this is what people are going to know years from now. It's like, oh, this is the reboot or whatever. And I would like to have the whole full collection of Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3. And right now they're not rare and all this craziness. Because I have a bunch of old comics that I have in an old box. But they're all scattered around, and trying to get Volume 1 and Volume 2, I would have to download them instead. And I mean, I guess I'm okay with downloading them and reading them on my computer, but I kind of want to hold them in my hand. I miss reading books. I have tons of books that I've read before, and I love thrillers and fantasy and all that. Anything, really. The latest one I read was Ready Player One, and that was a year ago when I read that, and it's just oh my gosh, I haven't read anything.
Dude, I feel like I remember you talking to me about reading Ready Player One.
Yeah, man. And I haven't read a book since then. It's so bad because I've just been so busy with everything. It's so weird to balance everything. Has it been weird to balance it? Or are you kind of used to just
No,
stick it in your room?
The thing is, though,
With a candle,
I mean, I give myself as much time as I possibly can. But it's it's hard to balance stuff. But I guess that's just being an adult, right? Everyone has to.
Well, trying to do your own business thing, I guess, with trying to be an adult and being social and hanging out with your brother, for instance. And me hanging out with friends, and when they come over, and I was like, I kind of need to record a video. I can't hang out with you right now. And they're like, oh. You know, it's just like, oh my gosh, why?
Or it's the alternate where while you're having fun, it's like you talked about when you were playing. What were you playing? You're playing something with a friend of yours. PT, I think it was you were playing. And you're like, and you turn your social time into like, hey, I could turn this into something productive. And it's like, no, look.
Yeah, like
separate.
It would have been a hilarious video if I recorded it. And people were even asking me on Twitter, like, oh, did you record? And I'm like, nah, I didn't. But we're planning on recording it, though. The next time he comes over, I got my capture card, everything ready.
Oh, so you're doing it. You're taking the plunge. You're going for it.
I'm gonna do it because it's just gonna be one of those sit down, relax, and watch us get freaked out. Because oh my gosh, we grabbed each other while playing PT. It was quite something. We're like, hold on, did we just grab each other? Like, okay.
Wait, okay, so yeah, you're doing that with the Elgato, right? You got is a review coming? What's the deal?
Yeah, I need to review it, and
oh my god, dude!
So far, it's been weird. It's been okay. It hasn't been perfect like the old
Absolutely
one was.
Not.
Yeah, it's definitely not perfect, and it's just so weird. So I have to I want to test it out a little bit more. Live streaming is just no, just
doesn't work.
Just too much to. I sync the lag and stuff, and I don't like that because syncing the lag always messes up your recordings and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I rather just use my processor, use more of my processor resources to kind of record the game. Because I never have any problems with that. So it's been okay though. It's been okay. It's doing its job for 60 FPS. You know. I guess that's
it's
where
clunky, right?
It's very clunky.
Yeah.
You know, the screen going black, and I don't know. Sometimes weird things happen. I remember it was lagging a bit for 60 FPS when I was playing. What's the Astray?
Astray, yeah. Astray. Oh my god, I've started throwing you off with it.
Yeah, now you're tossing me off. Oh my gosh, yeah,
tossing you off.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Words.
Absolutely.
Words. Speaking. It was a little bit lagging a bit, and I never dipped below 70 frames per second, which is weird. But little stuff like that. Little stuff like that. Maybe it's like, oh, maybe a good restart might change that. But yeah. So what do you think? What's going on with Monstrum? You think we're gonna actually get off the dang island? I mean, not the island. I keep thinking about island ship. Because we can't release another video with us not getting off.
Matt, think about it. A ship is basically just an island that floats, and a bathtub is a reverse boat, or a reverse island. Whoa. I don't know. So we can say to people, we're going to have to say on the next episode too. We lost. We recorded for 50 minutes. We were alive. Okay, so for people not following the series,
right.
It's a brutally hard game with these terrifying monsters that chase you. It is punishing. If you're being chased by a monster and a tiny little bit of steam scrapes your shin, you're dead. All right, like it is brutal, and it's a permadeath game. So once you die, that's it. You lose all your progress.
Well, let's not oversell the Steam here. Steam is very easy. To avoid.
It's not. When we
it's
died
very
running
easy
from
to
that
avoid,
monster.
but you just have to not be scared.
Yeah. And it's a regular though, and if you've got a bit of adrenaline in you, which you will as you've gained a lot of progress. Matt and I did a recording session where we were alive for like 40 or even 50 minutes.
Yes.
We were alive the entire time. We needed like essentially one item to escape via the submarine, or one item to escape via the helicopter. We had the helicopter keys, we had unweld, we'd done all kinds of stuff.
You just need a pump for both of them.
Yeah. Ultimately, I died again in an incredibly anticlimactic way on the Steam. I wasn't even being chased by a monster when it happened. But we lost all of that footage anyway. So
yeah. Let's. He was roaming around, and then he tried to close the valve. Right, and I was like, "No, don't."
You weren't.
Yes,
no, you weren't.
The audio. You have my audio. You have my audio.
Yeah. You were like maybe 5 minutes before. Make sure you're careful, Weepy. Make sure you're careful. And I'm like, yeah, I'll be careful.
Yeah, exactly. And then I say,
no,
no.
And then 5 minutes later, I made a stupid decision to try and. The thing
and
is,
I was
though,
like,
I was confident.
No. I'm gonna have the audio. No. And then you turn it, and then it's all up in your back. All up in your back.
But the thing is, like, that was the first time we had ever died to Steam while turning a valve.
Right.
You know, like, I actually thought valves themselves could have been a safe spot. I wasn't 100% sure, but the valve that I did before that one looked like I might have died while I was turning it, but I totally didn't. So I was like, oh, maybe it's always positioned, so actually turning the valves isn't dangerous at all. And then, of course, no, the game is as brutal
That's why I
as it
said
looks.
be careful.
I was being careful. I just... Dude, I was so on edge for 40 minutes. You know what that's like? It destroys you. But okay,
were you at the standing desk at the time?
No, I was sat down for that session, and I'm very glad I was sat down for that session. I can imagine
like you get so stressed that you have to pee, and you just like pull out a bucket, and you're like, yeah.
Oh, dude, a bucket? What the hell? How messy do you think this room is? Do you think this is like a barn?
Yes, I do.
And I just have big metal buckets laying around.
Yes, I do.
Look, the question:
or beer bottles.
Will we get off the ship? And we came so close, but then I feel like the game was like, oh, you need one more item? Yeah, it's not going to be anywhere on the whole ship except in that dreaded cargo place. But that was the only place we didn't really explore, dude. Well, we didn't explore the upstairs very well, but the upstairs is so scary. Oh, that's a car alarm outside. Can you hear that?
Yeah, it's definitely amazing.
It's okay.
Amazing.
It's just someone breaking into a car. I live in a really nice neighborhood. So
wow.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I think we will. I want to get off. People want to see us get off. But what if it's like another 20 videos and like 10 of them are me dying to Steam? You know? That scares me.
Yeah, well, you know, we what we do is that we record all day until we get off. That's what we do.
And
so
then we just pick the last
forget life, forget the things that you have to do, forget responsibilities, forget the new Guild Wars 2 video or good new news that's coming out, and we just do Monstrum all day until we get off the island. I mean,
yeah. Do you want? Oh my god, dude! Wow, that's so bad. What do you think about the Stronghold thing? We mentioned it a little bit before the pod.
Right. So right now
cheesy?
there's a stream going on for PvP, the World Tournament, and somewhere in there he says Jebro. He was like somewhere in there. Oh, by the way, the casters are Jebro and was it I'm about to say Crytek? What is it?
Crytek? Yeah.
Crytek?
Yeah.
Okay. Gamer. And they're
Wait,
skinny guy with the bold voice. From Germany.
It's not Chronic Gamer, is it? The guy
Chronic. It is Chronic Gamer.
Okay,
that's what it is.
Okay.
I was trying to remember, like, what is it? Is it Chronic? Cryptic? Which one is it? Chronic Gamer. Oh, we're so bad. Chronic Gamer. It's
all right. Edit. Magic of editing.
No. We're going to leave all that in. We're going to leave it all
look.
in.
We're nice people that know the community.
Hey, what do you mean? He's like, oh, okay. Anyways.
Wow! What's gonna happen there? Okay, go on.
No, it was nothing bad was gonna come out my mouth there. Okay.
Okay, go.
You made it bad. You always do this.
Just say what you were gonna say.
Okay.
Oh my god.
They're having a PvP tournament right now, right? And Jebro said that they're gonna toss in somewhere in the PvP tournament that they're gonna show Stronghold, and he kind of mentioned it like it was gonna be a trailer, not necessarily like a showing. So that's gonna be
I
cool.
hope it is a showing, but I guess if it's also the kind of thing that's just gonna get slotted in somewhere, maybe they can't prep for it. But then again, no, that logic doesn't hold. They can totally prep for it and have a time that they know they want to do it and set it aside like a whole hour or something. You just got to find a point in the schedule where there's like no matches for a little while, and then boom, look, that's probably where it's happening. I think it's a cool idea because and I actually have a lot of people you'll find in the PvE side of things are constantly like, and when Points of Interest was out yesterday, they cut to, the little PvP section that they do, and actually had some useful information there. Talked about spectating people and learning builds and stuff, and, minor information, but useful information. But you read the Twitch chat, and it's just people constantly saying, why are ArenaNet pushing such dead PvP? Please stop. Why do they care that PvP gets no views?
It's so annoying. I've been watching recent streams, and that's all I see.
Yeah. And you see that a lot, but I gotta say, I do actually have quite a lot of respect for them, for even in the face of clearly getting basically no viewers and stuff for PvP. I mean, they're doing okay, I'm sorry. It's much better than many other games out there, sure. But they don't do amazing, right? And
right, they recently went up to like 2K the other day for a tournament, and it was like really cool. Like it was very interesting to watch as well.
Yeah,
but 2K is for a game this size. Yeah,
the thing I quite like, and a lot of people criticize ArenaNet for it. I criticize them for it in terms of like the way they balance the game and neglect PvE. But I actually have a lot of respect for the fact that they are still pushing it so heavily, and that they take an opportunity like the live stream here, and yeah, it's a little bit ish, not giving people a specific time for Stronghold, but that's all to encourage people to start watching PvP and find out that it's actually hopefully quite good.
Yeah.
And yeah, I actually think that that's kind of cool of them. It's a bit of a pain for us, but hey, I'll sit through it and watch and hopefully get some cool Stronghold stuff going on.
I could totally understand people not understanding what they're seeing as well, because I used to be like that, looking at PvP. I was just like, what is even happening? There's a bunch of Mesmer clones and blah blah blah. It's one of those things where you have to kind of just get used to the combat and get used to what each character does. And I leveled up all my characters to 80, and it's just now I get the gist of what's going on. But man, that's a lot of time investment for people who are just coming into the game to really understand what's going on the screen, because it gets a little bit too crazy.
It does, and it's not so bad. The meta has finally shifted away from it. But back when it was Zoo Wars 2, and it was like just Spirit Rangers everywhere and stuff. Oh my god, it was just so bad. It's so bad. I think one of the earliest PvP. Back on GW2 Guru, before the game came out, right? I was usually very positive about things I was hearing about the game because I was excited about the damn game, all right? But, one of the earlier criticisms I remember very strictly standing by and being quite kind of annoyed about was skill effects in this game, and fearing that they'd be too big and that they would make it very difficult to see things. And oh look, what do you know? Even with the culling changes to skill effects and stuff that they've put into the game, it's still really, really hard to follow PvP for casual players. And even in PvE, when you get in big zergs, it becomes pretty much impossible to see stuff. And like, I don't know, that still frustrates me to this day. And then Conquest exacerbates the issue because there could be 3 interesting things happening on the map at any one moment. Yeah. And, you can only ever witness one part. And there's like no ebb and flow to Conquest. There's no like slight period of like respite where someone can do a bit of, what's the word? Insightful, or I don't know, some flavor commentary. You calm down a bit and then you can go back into it when the action picks back up. There's none of that in Conquest. It's just full on all day, every day, constantly 3 nodes, watch. And yeah, sometimes it goes down to 2 or even 1, but it's rare. Anyway, yeah.
I want to ask, what do you like from shoutcasters? Do you like the snap, he's using the judgment thing, or do you like analysis? Do you like analysis? Like,
that's the word
he's using shouts 1, 2, and 3, and now he's gonna pop his virtues and blah blah blah.
I want both. Yeah, I think the perfect casts would be.
But you can't have both. You have to have half of one and half the other kind of thing, or more of one. You can't have both, because the excitement and like he's gonna. And then, you have to say, oh, no, he's going to pop his virtues and blah, 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 blah. There needs to be a combination.
You mean, no, see, I think you can have both. I think it just depends on the game type. I think in some games like League, you can have long periods like laning periods and stuff where you can be a lot more calm and you can be a lot more analytic about things. And then people should get adrenaline pumping and going when they see massive team fights and stuff are about to happen. And when that adrenaline kicks in, then yeah, you start getting the shouting and you get the casters to be in on that too. And so I think you can have both. And then when that wears away, which it should at some point, it can't be 100% adrenaline all the time. Otherwise it just becomes too much and people get turned off. Then you go back to sort of more analytic stuff.
I've seen
That's
that
like the beauty of co-casting.
I've seen that on Street Fighter when I've been watching some Street Fighter casts.
Oh, dude, that Street Fighter video. Was it Street Fighter that I did that you had talked about and then I found independently as well, and I linked to you the other day and you're like, yeah, I've already seen this.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, that's one of the biggest things in the FGC, like the fighting game community.
Insane. That whole day I was just watching hype videos.
It's the moment. That's what got a lot of people into like Street Fighter and fighting games.
So as a player of the game, okay, I don't play it, but from what I see, it looks like he executed like his mega combo, and some guy incredibly skillfully blocked every single strike of it. Right?
All right. So for people who don't know, this is Daigo. Of course, he's from the he's an Asian who basically just did the craziest thing in Street Fighter Third Strike. He was Ken fighting Chun-Li, and he blocked every attack from Chun-Li's special, and basically just I guess destroyed him with I forgot what the move is, but the kick special where Ken does a hurricane kick all the way up into the air. And it was just one of the most amazing things that you could watch.
Why is that so
live.
Amazing? It's not just holding a button to block, I presume. It's
No, it's not. You have to time every single block. Every single block you have to time. It was ridiculous, and you can't imagine the adrenaline pumping.
He was on no health as well at the time, right?
Yeah, he had low health. He was about to die. He could have easily died if he missed one block. One, dude. It was one of the most amazing things.
And the crowd was like, oh!
It reminds me of watching Apex, the Apex tournament that came out this year for Smash Brothers Melee. I mean, some ridiculous combos in Smash Brothers Melee. Oh my gosh, it was great. You see, the crowd goes nuts. Like, they just it starts seizing up the mouth and foams. Yeah, it's really ridiculous because they're moving so fast. Fighting games. I wish I could be that good. I feel like I should just. You ever feel like you just want to stick at one game and just play the heck out of it and become really, really good so you can be like esports guy or whatever?
See, I have a bit of a weird thing with League because I got so obsessed with League, like completely and utterly obsessed with League. And in like the game's lifespan now, it was well established by the time I was playing it, but in the game's lifespan, I actually feel like it was early enough that maybe I could have just stuck with it and just been like, all right, bye Guild Wars. I mean, I loved Guild Wars 2 too much to do it, but like I could have just been like, all right, bye, I'm just going to make League videos now. And what if you were like this kind of pro player? Well, I don't know. I feel like being a pro player probably isn't actually that fun. And I don't... If someone's like, oh, I'm a pro player, oh, I play for this, I actually don't really care, so I don't know whether I see myself as that kind of person, to be honest.
Right.
But I do sort of think with League, I wonder what would have happened if I had let it completely and utterly destroy my life and just play it as much as I was for for years forward. Right?
I had a few moments. I was playing League back in beta, and I loved the game. But also Minecraft. I used to play a lot of Minecraft.
Matt used to be a Minecraft Let's Player, guys.
I had another channel, and I was getting a lot of views on those Minecraft videos, but I dropped it. I was, I understand so much more of what YouTube is now compared to it was last time.
Wait, Matt.
Yeah.
Does that channel still exist?
Yeah, but I took down the videos.
Oh,
well, they're unlisted.
Are they unlisted?
They're unlisted.
Oh my god, can I get a link, please? I know this is on the pod and you're going to get people asking you now, but please, can I get a link to a couple of them? Jeez. That would make me the happiest human being on planet Earth for the next hour if I can watch your Minecraft videos.
Sure.
Yes! Oh my god. Next VisualWood, I will give you guys a review on Matt Let's Playing Minecraft and my impressions of it.
Oh my
This was a while ago as well. This is like 2010, right?
Yeah, I guess so. When did I start? Holy crap,
dude!
Such a long time ago.
Oh my god!
I was playing. I was playing Minecraft with a friend of mine, a good friend of mine, and it got spread around like 50K views.
What?
Some of those, yeah, it was big.
Are you looking at it right now?
No, I remember it. I remember going up. Yeah, but I stopped Minecraft.
What is wrong with you? You're insane.
I know. I could have been a Minecraft Let's Player, which I would have. I don't like being attached to one thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's just, and Minecraft will almost be the death of me. Can you imagine Yogscast if they sticked with Minecraft? They would have fizzled out to nothing. Yeah, but anyways, there's so many Minecraft Let's Players that I see now. They try to like transition out because it's it's Minecraft. After a while, the audience will start to get bored, and they try to transition out and they're getting like no views compared to them having like over 100,000. It's so sad. It's so sad to see that. So maybe it's a good thing that I didn't go to Minecraft. But
dude, if you were getting 50K, like it doesn't matter where you went after that, right?
I guess.
I can't believe you made a new channel though. That's the thing. What was the old channel called? Could you at least tell us that?
Yeah, it was Matt Visual 2.
They're on Matt Visual too, really?
Yeah. That's why I had.
So this was after the music and stuff.
Yeah. I was just trying out stuff. Because, should I talk? Well, we're getting real on the podcast. People who watch Gilder Shoot don't want to watch other stuff sometimes, So I was just having a second channel, but the second channel never works properly because you're not big enough to separate your audience, And first of all, separating your audience kind of sucks, as well.
It's kind of silly.
Yeah, it depends on how big your audience, and it depends on what you're doing. If I think what we were talking about this way before, if you have more than I guess 1 or 2 videos coming out a day, then you probably want to separate the channels if depending on your content, right? Because if you have a lot of videos coming out, then it'll be nice to separate your content. Then people who only want this will go to this. I always wanted to do like a review channel or a short film channel where I just do a bunch of goofy stuff and stuff like that. But it's just like one of those things where, do I have enough time to be juggling all this stuff, and will this destroy productivity on either one?
No, dude, you need 4 channels, okay? You need a review channel.
Not Tobuscus.
You need a Let's Play channel. You need a vlog channel, and you need a healthy gamer channel.
Yeah. That would kill me. That would kill me. I mean,
and you need to daily upload on each
2015 is the day of the push, but the year of the push. But I think that would kill me. That would kill. Yeah. But yeah, there you go. Real stuff. Really early in the pod. We usually have this real stuff at the end.
It's not that early. We're almost half an hour in, to be fair. So what do we actually have on the dock? So do you want to talk about Astro? Oh my god, can't believe I just did that. Do you want to talk about Astray by any chance? Nothing happened.
Astray. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's not much to say other than this. I don't want to see the monster.
What the hell, man? Like, we've actually played quite far into... Well, have we? I don't know. We're over an hour in, and there's been no sighting of a monster. But I gotta say, one thing I didn't really get to say too much while we were playing it. I love the design of that game. Like, just, I don't know. It so reminds me of other old adventure stuff where it's like, oh, you got a door, you need something to get through the door. Oh, well, you can get that from here. Oh, but you need like a key, so let's go this way. And then you get the key and you... Oh, like the bit where we flood the room, right? And then you swim up through the hatch and that's so cool.
Yeah, I thought it was really, really nice. It twists to it like a horror thing.
It felt like one of those like uni games. You know how there's like a lot of games on Steam that it's like, oh, the university students in... The University of Montreal made this in 2014 to 2015, and here you go. It felt like one of those. Do you know if it actually is one of those?
I don't know. No.
I remember, what the hell? There was some game we played once where we were like in a big mansion. It's not Craven Manor. It wasn't really a horror. What?
Oh, home?
It wasn't really. No, not home. No. It was like it was made by uni students and. You would like look through time or something. It was like all ruined and we had to find these paintings or something. There were these long balconies and stairways and stuff. We totally played it together, dude. We totally played it together. And you'd go through like these old dilapidated places and there was some mechanic where you could turn back time, I think. If anyone listening to the pod remembers those videos we did together, let me know. Because I do you not remember that? Oh
turn back time?
Yeah.
Oh!
I remember looking across
it was an indie game that got sent to us and stuff?
Maybe it was.
It was a 2D platformer?
No. It was fully 3D, first person, exploration.
Oh.
Yeah. And it was in this old dilapidated like mansion place. And you'd look across the hallway and like when you turned back time, you could see like a painting that was on a wall or something. Like it's such a vague memory for me. I hate this.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, damn it. Well, maybe we'll find it. Maybe someone can help us out with that. Oh, look at all these calls to action, baby. It's so good. Do you wanna? All right. And the other game we played, which actually was received really well when it released, right? Darkest Dungeon, even though we were bad at it.
Right. Well, see what happens is why I listen to you. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened.
I don't know. What do you mean by that? What?
My guys survived when I was doing my own test file.
Yeah,
and they died with you.
Because you played like a pansy. You weren't going for the gold. You weren't going for glory.
Oh, I went for glory, son.
He who dares wins, Matt.
Wins death.
Wins death.
Yes, that's exactly what happened.
Well, yeah, some
Darkest
people
Dungeon
don't
is. I feel has it been done before? I feel like it's very unique.
I think it's because it's difficult. People are automatically be like, "Oh, old games, yeah, old philosophy, blah 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 blah." But yeah, I don't know. I
the
think
way it's designed, it feels like it takes stuff from other games and kind of, I don't know, makes it into its own thing.
Yeah, it's kind of JRPG-ish with its like 4-party system or whatever, and you can rotate their positions, and it's done in rounds, right? Like it's a little bit like that, but then it's also it's a lot more fluid than that, and it's got a lot of kind of, I don't know, dare I say D&D like influences to it, like with the tons of different perks and traits and things out there.
Yeah,
and
dice rolls. Yeah,
right.
That's
yeah,
exactly what it is. It's like it's a turn-based, I was gonna say Might and Magic, but Might and Magic is a little bit like a grid. This is just like 4 slots on either side, and you can each character has like you can do some really cool combination with tons of characters that have tons of skills that have different areas where you can attack their 4 squares. And you can get like the ultimate like team, basically. One guy who heals in the back and blah blah blah, and being able to take out people in the back. If you have like an archer in the back, you have a healer in the back, and then you have 2 tanks in the front. But that doesn't matter, because if they have an archer, you're gonna have to take the archer out before he takes out your healer, and just a lot of strategy like that. And your characters, you have options to open up things that could give you a lot of good stuff, or can totally freak out your whole team and you can all die. Because you can get scared in the game, you get paranoia, you can get hero complex, where like the guy is just like doing more damage, and if he survives the dungeon, he gets like a bonus. There's lots of little stuff in the game that makes it like it has to be one of the best indie games to come out this year, I think.
Well, we're quite early in the year, so that's not too much.
Well, this month, should I say?
Okay.
This month,
right.
Yeah. You're right. Because this year might be a big year. Man, Bloodborne is coming out March. I don't have a PS4 yet, but
God, I regret not getting into Dark Souls so badly.
What? Why?
And yeah, I get the Bloodborne isn't Dark Souls.
Oh, dude, you could have totally been like the lore guy and totally been Vadi Vidya and be like, a million, yeah. Anyways, we're gonna gloss over those conversations that we have off camera, and so audio adventure. Right?
Oh my God! Right, so you're doing 2 in a row. Remember?
Right. So I have one next time. But this time I was looking. So I downloaded all my stuff that I had on my camera phone. Like camera phone? Why did I say camera phone? It reminds me of the 80s and 90s. No, not 80s, the 90s. Or early 2000s.
Dude, do you remember when phones started getting color on them?
Yeah, dude. I know, dude. I was playing
and
Snake
it was like,
on my black and white phone the whole time.
And polyphonic ringtones?
Oh, dude, polyphonic ringtones. We were like, oh, snap. And then people used to hack it and try to get real tones. That's what it used to be called. Remember, you used to go on those websites to get the real tones and all that. Oh my gosh!
And then flip phones started coming in. I'm actually pretty glad that as a young teenager, I kind of got to see how rapidly and suddenly like handsets changed into what they are now. I'm like pretty happy that I got to see that.
Yeah.
Even more than like the development of the internet and stuff like that. I actually think that's like one of the coolest technologies that I have actually witnessed change massively. Like you hear people a few generations above us talking about, television, they were all black and white and, blah, 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 blah. And we used to have to hire people out to deal with them and stuff. And then into what they ultimately are now. But I feel like I missed a lot of that. But the phone, I didn't see color television become a thing. I saw color phones become a thing.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I just remember my Razr flip phone that broke on me tons of times. I remember my phone getting stolen in high school. Man.
Was that the swap? The
No.
thing?
That was middle school, but this one was high school.
How did this thief happen?
Freshman in the smelly locker rooms. Oh my gosh. Man,
how did it happen? How did it get nicked?
A friend, I think. A friend
dude,
was sitting there, and he didn't say anything. So I guess he wasn't really a friend, right? My locker was open, and I went to go change. And I thought my friend was right there. Like, why would he, not say anything if someone goes in my locker, right? So I go to change. I come back. the bell rings and I look for my phone and it's not there. And I'm like, hold up, what? There's like 6 other guys here that I've all talked to, and one of these guys stole my phone. It's like, man, these kids are really freaking evil. It's really.
Did you ever find out who it was?
No, never.
Wait, so was your friend still sat there when you came back?
Yeah, they're still sat there. And I was like, hold up, have you seen my phone? He's like, nah.
Oh, dude.
So
what? And
he
someone
saw
was
it
quiet in the background?
happening and didn't say anything.
Oh, that's brutal. So either he nicked it, or he's an asshole that wouldn't. Well, see, okay, I can understand if the thief is still there and if he's intimidated by the thief, that he'd tell you later. Mm-hmm. But if he didn't even do that.
Yeah. This is freshman, so I didn't really get my core group of friends. I wasn't, I wasn't everywhere yet. So this is before I, like, found myself, I guess you could say. You ever had that moment? Like, in 10th grade, I kind of found, like, who I was. I started being not necessarily a class clown, but I started being funny. I started making jokes. And I mean, I was making jokes when I was a kid, and I was always geeky, but 10th grade, like, I really changed. Like, in the middle of 10th grade, I found, I met some of my best friend that I got a core group. I call them best friends, but usually it was just one guy.
They're all gone now except one of them.
Yeah, except one of them. Best friend. Imagine how people go in and out of your life all the time. It's really crazy.
Yeah.
Some people you just don't want to talk to anymore, though, which is a lot of people. You feel like.
Wow, Matt, the socialite right here.
Yeah, well, sometimes I kind of don't want people. Sometimes you think people kind of bring you down a little bit,
Why did you change in the middle of 10th grade?
I don't know. I just kind of started being myself, I guess, openly. And
but that wasn't yourself, though, was it?
It was. What do you mean?
So you think you were always, like, hiding who you were before the middle of 10th grade?
No, I guess I just never had friends. Never had really, really good friends.
Yeah.
And I kind of just fell into this role of being a funny guy and always having quick retorts and always arguing and being me. And I had the medical problem heavy in high school. Like, I would miss class, and it was constantly distracting, not being able to get out of the desk, so I would wait for everyone to leave the class, like when the bell rings, and I would, like, slowly push myself off of the desk and stuff. I would get weak when I was
really?
Yeah, I would get weak while sitting for so long. If I sit for like an hour without moving, my body will just get weak, And
dude,
yeah, and I mean, it still happens now, but I tend to move around a lot. I always go downstairs and upstairs to, get some water, constantly get water. And that's why I never bring, like, a big jug up here so I can constantly keep moving. There's certain stuff you get used to. But even with all that, the medical problem, I was still really happy. And I still always, joked around and didn't make people think that I had a medical problem. People, and I was big. So people just thought I was just big. So.
Oh, that's kind of depressing too. That people. Just
that's one of the main reasons why I lost weight. I knew it didn't fix my problem at all. Like, I still get really, really, really bad to the point I can't move. But I'm skinny,
like,
so it doesn't really matter, does it? It doesn't really matter when you see a thin dude walking up the stairs. It slowly.
He looks tired out. Yeah.
It's like, who cares? But yeah.
Or they'll think you've got, like, a joint thing, or they'll know it's something else. Yeah.
Oh, but man, we went off topic. But I was saying,
I had another question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Now I've forgotten it. God damn you.
Oh.
It's probably something about the guy that stole the phone or something, and whether you ever got it back.
Oh, no, I never got it back.
I don't know. I never really had, like, a big change like that. I used to be, when I was, like, young, when I was, like, the age of 7 to maybe 12, I was, like, always very, very, very funny and always being the class clown and always that kind of stuff. But then I, like, totally stopped, and so I guess maybe I'm a little bit the opposite. But I never really had, like, one random year or one moment where I completely changed who I was, I don't think. I never really found myself. I'd like to think I still haven't really found myself, if that makes sense, Like, I don't know. I never... So that's so interesting to me, because I remember a lot of friends as well who had their friend group and people who knew them, but then when they went to college, you'd see them like, maybe 6, even less, 4, 3 months after they've left for college, and you just catch them somewhere somehow. Maybe they're coming back home to visit for some reason, and you see that they're dressed completely differently. They hold themselves completely differently.
Yeah.
Maybe they've gained weight, maybe they've lost weight, and you're like, whoa, you changed a lot the second you went to college. Like, some people are hankering for the chance to just be someone else, like, I do think inside people can be constantly changing, but until they're around other people, they can't like express that, because like the people you hang out with day to day in your life, they all already have their own ideas of who you are, and you kind of end up like just, I don't know, sticking into that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But then if you pull yourself away,
I firmly believe when you hang around certain type of people, you get some of that.
I guess, yeah, that's true too.
You get some of that. Like you fall into certain things, and that tends to happen a lot. And that's like I could just imagine when like a friend of mine used to hang around this very, I don't know, a very annoying person, very annoying girl, and and I was like, oh my gosh, like, and then she started to act like that, and I totally got. I was unattracted to her at that point. I was just like, okay, like because she was a person who I liked before, and then as soon as she started going to high school and then she started hanging around with a certain crew, she like changed, and she kind of, you could see like it's not her, but it's what she's taking from this girl who wants attention and always acting out, and she just changed with that, and I'm like, wow, this is really, and I guess you could call it like, as high school is when people are growing and people change and stuff like that, but really, I don't know, man. You're hanging around those type of people that people kind of change. And when she stepped away from that, like later on in the years, she kind of fell back into her regular self, See,
I really believe in that too. I'm wondering, as a parent, do you think because you believe in that, do you think you'll try and, like, if you see your kid hanging out with, people you don't like, do you think you'd be the kind of parent that steps in on that?
It depends. It depends. I feel like I should let my kid experience stuff. My kid needs to learn, and hopefully, of course, there's always
into a douchebag, Matt.
Of course, there's always limits to that. I think you have to use discretion in the choices that you make when you're raising a kid, because you're never ready, because every kid is different. Every kid needs to be. You treat them all differently because of you make decisions based on what type of kid you're growing, I guess, or raising.
Make it sound like it's
a Pokemon?
Different premium breeds of chicken.
Well,
and this type of chicken is,
Well, certain things won't work with certain kids, like it's like this kid that always used to act out. In my mom is a teacher, by the way. My mom has been a teacher, a lead teacher, and a director of preschools. So I've seen a lot of kids. I've worked with a lot of kids, and she has brought home a lot of kids to my house to babysit. And there was this kid that would always act out, and the mom used to beat him, thinking that would work. Sometimes a beating does work with kids, right? But some kids, they think of something that, it's going to be over in 10 minutes. It doesn't matter. Who cares if I get a beating, And they still act out, and they still do whatever they want, and they're still rebellious. And what my mom did is kind of gave him attention, a certain amount, not attention like, you in the corner or something like that, but she gave him a special type of attention off the, like after class, and try to get to know what he wanted. And he became very calm all of a sudden, after like a week or two of working with him. And
really,
yeah, to the point now I saw him years later, and he's a shy kid, dude, very calm kid. And I'm like,
wow.
Holy crap. I'm like, holy crap, kids really change like that. And he wasn't really a kid. I don't know, what was he, like 9 years old?
Even if him being older at that point as well is even more significant.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, 9 or 10 years old, maybe a little bit more. But yeah,
wow,
he was a pretty tall kid too. But yeah, man. Okay. Anyways, the audio adventure. So I took off a bunch of audio. Yeah.
This podcast's gonna run pretty long if we're not careful. So,
well, some people don't say that out loud because some people want it long. Okay.
Yeah. No.
VisualWood long.
Here we go.
Long
VisualWood.
Long VisualWood.
Tell me what I'm about to listen to. Give me the story.
All right. Well, so I took off a few stuff from my camera, and from my phone. Okay, there you go with the camera phone thing again. And I listened to some of them, and I was like, "Hold up, I forgot. I totally forgot. I totally forgot what I recorded." And this was like a few.
Did you just do like a whole ton in bulk at one point?
Yeah, I did. I did, and I forgot them all.
So what? You don't even know what I'm about to listen to?
No. I recorded another one. This was like
okay.
This is a couple of days ago when I was looking after over my stuff, and I was like, oh, I don't remember these. So this one, I am doing something. And
brilliant!
Yeah,
that's good.
There you go.
Really good.
So I recorded another one. This one is not going to be with another person, but it's okay. Oh, I gave too much away. Oops.
All right. Okay. Look, all right. I'm listening. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. I got one thing in my head and one thing only.
It's weird because I think when I'm recording these, I was like, man, this is gonna be too easy. But then it's never that easy. It's weird. All right, so what do you think?
Okay. All right. Well, I only had one idea. That's the thing, and then I got just stuck on it, and I closed my eyes and bowed my head down a little bit, and just focused on picturing you doing the thing that I thought.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I'm just gonna go for it. Are you like reordering your CDs and stuff and opening CD cases, maybe clicking discs in and out of the CD cases and closing them up again?
Oh, snap.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. I shouldn't be surprised that you got that, but man, you made it sound like you weren't gonna get it at all. Yeah, I was reorganizing some of my CDs, some of my Wii U games that I got and stuff like that because I've been playing a few of them, and I put them back in their disc and stuff. Okay, I don't like to leave them inside of the machine.
Do you wanna sort out all my stuff? Because I got a whole shelf back here, just behind me right now.
Right.
And let's pull a random game off.
Mm-hmm.
Sonic Mega Collection Plus for the PC.
Wow.
And now if I open this up, it actually has the game in it. Well, there you go. I'm proud of myself. That's pretty good, right?
It's weird. I was opening up Jedi Knights of the Old Republic. I think I have part 2, and I'm missing a CD. I looked at it, I was like, I'm missing a CD. I was like, no. So Steam was having a sale for both of them, and I just downloaded both of them. It was like $12 for both, and I played a little bit of the beginning of the first one. I actually wanted to do a review of it at some point. It's a very long game, but man, the graphics and stuff don't really hold up, but the story is cool. I like it. I really like it.
I remember desperately wanting Yoda to be in that game.
Yeah, desperately.
I know how dumb that is, but I was very young when I was playing it.
Well, it's not really dumb. I mean, who doesn't want Yoda?
Okay, sure. All right.
Harsh.
I mean, it is the Old Republic, but yeah. All right, here we go. So let's talk about Movie Club.
Oh, the castle in the sky. So
I chose this movie.
Mm-hmm.
This was the start of Studio Ghibli. This was 1986. This was 5 years before I was born. This was only, like a year before you were born? 2 years?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you're old. What is that? That's crazy to me.
Castle in the Sky. When was it? 19 what?
86.
I'm 1999. 1989, sorry.
You're 1999. Oh my god. Dude, do you know there's YouTubers out there that are 1999, right?
Yeah, and they're
way bigger than us.
Bigger than us. Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, okay, so I thought this was really interesting just to see where they came from. It was really crazy for me to see, like, certain things in this movie, like the robots, that is like, oh, damn, yeah, you know, this is so similar to stuff that you see in some of the later movies. The story itself was really kind of cool. It was a lot less... I always think of Studio Ghibli as... I know that it's like family entertainment or whatever, and the idea is it appeals to both children and adults. But this was a lot more kind of child-oriented to me than I was expecting.
A lot of them
I don't know,
are.
I guess...
A lot of them are.
Yeah, I guess so, right? But
well,
I
not the
know.
ones. Well, if you've seen the main ones, like Professor, Princess Mononoke and stuff like that, and Spirited Away, you're gonna get a different vibe from that, right? But
Well,
these
the second one
were very, like, I don't know, family-ish type films. Some of them are not. Some of them have dark undertones. But yeah,
well,
most of them are kind of like
the
that.
second one they ever did, Matt, right, which was just 2 years later, was Grave of the Fireflies.
Right.
And that movie is just about two children in Japan during World War II,
Yeah.
under the threat of bombs and stuff, get made homeless and just die at the end.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like the saddest movie.
Spoilers! Holy crap!
It's that's the main thing about the movie. And when it's not movie club, it's fine.
Jeez.
Dude, it's a 1988 movie. Come on, it's okay to spoil. What are you talking about?
Oh my gosh, poor viewers! I watched them all. I watched every single thing, so it doesn't matter to me. But yeah. So some people are like, "Oh, did you watch this? Did you watch?" Yes, I've watched everything. Everything, guys. I am obsessed with it. Some of them are very weird, and for some reason I still like it. It's not gonna be for everyone, and I could totally see them not liking this one either. But
really, why? What was so good
I don't
about
know,
this
like
one?
because it is kind of kiddish. You know, some people kind of just want only gritty all the time, but these are very. It's like going. It's like imagination to the fullest.
Yeah, it really is. You're right. Yeah.
That's what Studio Ghibli is. Well, I guess it depends on who's directing. Usually the main guy who directed this one, he comes up with some really, really good stories, and I enjoyed this again. I have no problem rewatching these, and of course a lot of people are saying, oh, Mark Hamill was Mosca in this.
Really? That was Mark Hamill? No way.
Yeah, you can hear a little bit of the Joker when he's laughing. It's so
Dude,
crazy.
I didn't even realize.
Yeah. Man, Mark Hamill, dude. I discovering him 2 years ago that he was the voice of the Joker. I was just like, what? What? Are you kidding me? Like Luke Skywalker is the Joker. I wish he was in more movies. He was also in The Flash, and I haven't caught up with The Flash yet. He was in The Flash, dude. Oh, I can't wait to see his performance. Oh, dude. And there's another guy who was in The Flash recently as well in a new season, and I can't wait to see him, and I can't remember. But yeah.
Stop making me want to watch these things. God
Dude,
damn it.
The Flash is excellent.
Is it getting really good, is it?
It was good from the beginning.
Yeah, you think?
It started off real good compared to like the Arrow, where it was like a slow ride to goodness. Because once they got the crew going on, that's when it becomes really, really, really good.
By the way, apparently
Arrow by himself is not.
Apparently there were 2 English dubs of this movie. There was the Disney one in 1998 where Mark Hamill did Musker, right? But there was also apparently one the year that it released, which I kind of want to watch now, which had a totally different cast of English voice actors.
Yeah.
You're not interested?
No, I am not interested.
Movie club for next week? The same movie, just different voice actors?
No, let's
different cast?
Let's not. So what do you think about the movie? What do you think about the movie?
I really enjoyed it. I actually don't have too much to say. I guess the main thing that I took away from it was the... I feel like a lot of stuff, and it's fine, right, honestly, but a lot of stuff in like Japanese culture and stuff, in pop culture in particular, and you see it a lot with Studio Ghibli, it's so heavily influenced by, the atrocities that occurred, at Hiroshima and stuff like, and you can see it here as well, ultimately the castle is this weaponized thing, and you're basically seeing nukes and stuff getting dropped, right? Like, and I don't know, I found that curious to see, more of that, and, just how far back that goes, and how frequently you see that.
There's a lot of stuff, a lot of few lines that really make the film for me, like, um, eh, um, like when he was saying, okay, they were talking about like, oh, but they're gonna find it, or I should have just threw away the stone, and he was like, well, they're gonna find it anyway, regardless.
Mm-hmm.
People are building airships and stuff like that. Eventually, it's gonna be found.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of that is scattered around the film that kind of makes it complete for me and makes me not really think about, oh, how convenient it is that a girl fell down from the sky, and the guy who catches her is age appropriate, first of all, and his dad I guess died trying to find this island again.
Okay.
And it's a lot of this stuff. A lot of anime is very convenient, but it's still good in that imagination. And I definitely like, of course, Mark Hamill did a really good performance. Some of the voice acting is very retro-ish, so that could turn you off a little bit, but I kind of don't care. Also, the Dola is her name, isn't it? Right?
I think so, right?
Dola, which is the pirate. I don't know. I just like her
Dola,
character. I love her.
Yeah, she was really cool.
Yeah.
She has, again though, like her face. I feel like I recognize that character. Maybe she gets referenced a lot on the internet, but I feel like I recognize that general kind of character in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And maybe it's just kind of the
Studio
anime
Ghibli
style of
has that type of. Her face is reused.
Old lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
right,
reused,
yes.
kind of that very. And man, I can't remember which Studio Ghibli it was, but they reused her face kind of, and it gets really ugly. Oh, I think it's House Castle. House Castle. I think it's House Castle. The moving castle of House Castle, something like that. I'll look it up right now. But it's they make the animation get really ugly sometimes. Like it starts. The face starts moving and manipulating, and it gets really evil. I love the animation of this. It's very organic, very juicy and pussy. I don't know how to explain it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh, dude, that was pretty...
Yeah. House Moving
graphic.
Castle, that's what it's called.
Yeah. So what do you want to watch for next week?
So someone in the comment section said
Wouter Droopstein.
Yeah. Says, what about Green Mile? We've both watched it. I've watched it years ago. You said you watched it like 3 years ago?
Yeah, somewhere around then was when I last watched it.
Yeah, I watched it like, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8.
Dude, I am down for Green Mile. Hell yes.
I want to see the big black guy again, dude. That's all I care about.
Yeah, anyone who's seen Shawshank Redemption, one of my favorite movies of all time, Frank Darabont, that's the director. He did The Green Mile as well. He brought Thomas Newman back as well. Thomas Newman does some of the best film soundtracks I've ever heard in my life. This is an incredible movie. It's based on a Stephen King novel. And I would say to people in movie club as well, if you decide to watch this and you feel like it's maybe not for you, keep watching it. That's all I'm going to say, because I don't want to tip anything off, but just keep watching it. And you might find that you enjoy the movie. It's a curious piece. So yeah, I'm well down for it, dude.
Dude, the music in Castle in the Sky. What do you think about it?
Yeah, it was okay.
Wow. Yeah, I thought it was awesome.
I feel like I hear a lot of music like that in cinema, though, to be honest with you.
Really?
So it loses a bit of its luster. Yeah.
I don't know. I highly disagree with you. Ooh.
Yeah?
Oof,
Really?
Yeah, I thought. Yeah.
Maybe I should put on the OST. Maybe I didn't give it enough credit or listen to it enough.
Maybe you're not watching it fully. Maybe you're just playing Guild Wars 2 while you're watching it, like you used to.
Oh, what are you talking about? Outrageous! I haven't done that for months with Movie Club.
You're about to
and
say
even
days.
Then it wasn't even then it wasn't Guild Wars 2. That takes too much attention. It was Hearthstone, my friend, and Hearthstone hasn't been installed on my computer for like 5 months, if not longer. And those were terrible movies when I ended up doing that as well. We were deliberately picking bad movies for each other, remember?
Like,
remember that bus movie we watched? Did we end up watching that? That one about the train or whatever?
Yeah. Oh my God. Why did we watch that?
Did we watch that?
Yeah, we
Why
did.
Don't I remember anything
watch
about that
movie?
movie?
Didn't we? Oh my gosh. Oh, we should pick another
Remember?
terrible movie next time.
Oh, we should. We should go back
All
to
right,
that.
so a terrible movie after The Green Mile.
Reinstall Hearthstone.
I don't know.
Getting
The Green Mile might be a terrible movie. You never know.
Whoa! Not Thomas Newman. It's
very long, drawn out, bees and stuff.
Oh, okay. So moving on. Look, this was in the doc last time.
You see, guys, it's not me. You see? Go ahead.
Do you want to mention this?
Utopia is not canceled. Where did you get that news from?
No, that was you. Oh wait. Oh no, that was me.
That was you, dude. I said it was canceled.
Yeah,
that's what
someone
said
left
in the
a comment.
comments. And I looked it up, and I guess I didn't look properly.
Yeah, so there were 2 shows called Utopia, and one of them, whatever. Okay, I thought you'd added it, and that was something you wanted to talk about. Okay, moving on.
Oh, there are 2 shows?
Yes, and one of them was cancelled.
Right, the one on the Sci-Fi Channel. That's the one I thought somebody was talking about, but then when I watched Utopia, it was a BBC thing. And I was just like, oh, what is this? This is not the Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah, exactly. So, the one you enjoyed isn't actually cancelled, basically, is the idea.
Oh, okay.
So you can.
Oh, so maybe they were talking about the other one. Ooh.
Yeah, that's the deal.
So I was talking about the wrong Utopia then. But this one is called Utopia. So maybe there's something more. There's the Adventures of the Utopia or something. Anyways, go ahead.
Okay. So we got questions.
Okay, that's enough.
No, I liked it. I was getting quite into it. I was swaying very slightly.
Music. Now that's
wow,
that's
that makes me
good.
sound like drunk.
Go ahead.
Adorzen Dead Roses. Wow. Says, hey WP, what's up, MV? My question to you is, if you could ask any dev any question about Heart of Thorns, which dev would you ask, and what would you ask them? I got a big question on my mind at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's not the most important thing, but they keep mentioning in interviews and stuff that they didn't know what Heart of Thorns was going to be called until really recently.
Right.
And internally, they had all their employees vote on 4 different names for the game, and Heart of Thorns won out. And so I really want to know, I would ask any dev, what were the 4 names? That's what I'd ask.
I would ask Josh Foreman, where the heck is Super Adventure Box?
And he'd say, my bosses are telling me I can't make it. I'm sorry, bro.
yeah. I've just been working on the expansion, and I made a bunch of jumping puzzles. Oh, yeah.
I also made a giant gummy bear version of some of the new enemies, and I'm going to put up a vlog about it because I'm just badass like that, and apparently I can just do these incredible things. Do you remember that gummy worm thing he did? My God.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
he
cool.
still does. He does sculptures and stuff like that. It's really cool.
Oh, dude, Monty Ohm from Rooster Teeth died the other day.
Yeah, I heard of that.
It's really depressing.
Yeah.
But they did a podcast in dedication to him, and it was crazy just to listen to the guy the way he operated. I have crazy respect for Monty, especially his philosophy in terms of world building and the kind of processes he went through making Ruby and stuff. But when they were talking about him on the podcast, I was just in awe. It was oh yeah, he'd have 3 projects on at the same time, and then we'd be in crunch, and Bernie was like, and I'd walk up to his desk, and he's like, hey Bernie, check it out, I just made these angel wings, these mechanical angel wings, look, they open up and they close down. And Bernie would be like, okay, that's cool, but can you work on the main thing? How does a person find time to do that? I wish I was better at arts and crafts and stuff, because man, could make a fortune on Etsy.
I think there's always time. All right. So think about all the times where you need to do something, but you instead look on the internet and you get distracted for an hour, or blah blah, and doing things that you don't need to do. Basically, that time, some people just know how to manage their time properly and make sure that they're getting the full hour.
Or they're just not having fun unless they're making stuff and being productive.
Right. And that's what they consider. Fun and
I get it. It's crazy to me. Very sad news, by the way. I'm sorry if I just broke that to some people who didn't know. He was an incredible guy. He died at 33. He went to the hospital for some random small procedure or something, had an allergic reaction to whatever it was they gave him, put him in a coma about 10 days ago.
Gosh.
He was in a coma for 10 days, and then he died.
What the heck? That's how he died?
That's how he died, yeah. It was very random, very sudden. He was perfectly healthy. He was 33 years old, and he died.
Oh, wow. I didn't hear that.
No,
that
it's devastating.
Wow.
Yeah. It's really crazy.
Hospital's getting sued. Hospital better be giving that settlement. You know what I'm saying?
We don't really know many more specifics than that, as far as I'm aware. I haven't followed it too closely because, frankly, it's just kind of sad,
they gotta
to be
cut
honest.
a check. Oh. They have
to. The community donated $130,000 to his wife.
Wow. Man,
So,
talk about
I mean,
community
they've already
right there,
got-
man. Talk about
Yeah, I
community.
know, right? It's ridiculous. It's actually ridiculous. But it's weird as well. Like Rooster Teeth has been like an established thing for a long time. I've been following them for a long time. It's like you never think, okay, there's actually a lot of people involved there now. Who's the first one to die?
Right.
And you wouldn't expect it to have happened now.
Right.
And you wouldn't expect it to be Monty. You'd expect it. I don't know who is the oldest guy at Rooster Teeth. That's interesting. I suppose there's people in front of the cameras, people behind the cameras and stuff.
Right.
Whatever. Anyway, it was sad. I don't want to get caught up on that. Let's move on to the next question, which is from Zapristo, who says, I noticed, by the way, Zapristo, if you're listening, bro, you get a lot of questions answered. Like a lot. You must be like on the ball, asking
I
like
saw
all the
him
right things.
on my Q&A video. I'm like, hold up, didn't I answer his question already?
Yeah, I answer his questions a lot as well. It's weird. I don't know.
Well,
Question, what was
he
the
knows
last...
how to ask questions.
Yeah. Everyone should take lessons from Zapristo. Question, when was the last time you shed a manly tear in a movie, anime, or show?
Right. So this is not games. This is movie, anime, or show.
Actually shed a tear?
Shed a tear.
I don't think I have. I have no memory of it.
Crap. I felt like I
did
had
shed
one.
a tear. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
No, I felt like I had one and I can't remember. I know it's an
What do
anime.
you mean?
I think was it a Studio Ghibli? Oh man, I think.
I feel like I remember you telling me that you actually cried to something a while ago.
Yeah,
as
it's
well.
I cried to a cartoon.
When
before.
you watching it with Marjorie?
Well, I cried to the Walking Dead, the end of The Walking Dead. That's the last time I remember like crying.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
That's an answer.
No, that's not a movie, anime or show.
Oh, you mean the game? Damn.
Oh.
No, there was definitely something else.
Oh, I got a little misty-eyed at the end of Warehouse 13. Yeah,
Okay,
that was the
I have
last
no idea
time
what
I got
that
a little misty-eyed of a show. A little misty-eyed.
How long ago was that?
No, maybe that is not the last time, but that was like last year. That's probably one of the best endings to any show that I've seen. Was Warehouse 13. It's very this is a sci-fi thing. This is a very guilty pleasure, not perfect show. When it's one of those. I watch a lot of those. I don't really care like if it has a good story, if the characters have good chemistry with each other, I'm going to watch it and I might get attached to it. And that's kind of what one of those shows that I got into. It's kind of like Eureka. It's kind of in that same realm. But yeah, I got a little misty-eyed on that. But I got a misty-eyed on a movie recently, but I can't remember it. I'll probably mention it later if
I think you probably would have mentioned it in a previous pod.
Yeah,
too,
I think I might have. Yeah, I think I said, I might have cried a little bit. But what not cried, but misty-eyed. Yeah. Manly tear. A manly tear. I actually cried at the end of The Walking Dead. I actually cried. Like, not like like that, but like I actually like tears.
That is incredibly sad.
It was too much for me.
Incredibly sad.
It was way too much for me. I played it all at one time, 2 sittings, all at one time, and it's too much. Too much.
Man, that is a sad. Yeah, I got annoyed. I did it in like 3 sittings because my first sitting didn't save any of my progress. So I got to like the train in the middle of like the 3rd chapter or something, and I was like, "Oh no, bro, sorry, go back. You're back at the start of chapter 2 now. Have fun." I was like, "What?" Ah! And then I got to like the last chapter, and then I played the last chapter on another day. That was annoying. Anyway, the next. Do you want to move on?
Yeah. Go ahead.
The next question is from Ruben Vergowen, who says, since Heart of Thorns will contain some verticality, it could be possible the Tengu become allies in the fight against the dragons, giving them more screen time and then introducing them as a playable race in the 2nd expansion.
This is something I was talking about with the mastery system and learning the lore and being able to talk to the Tengu and stuff like that. When I'm pretty sure they already speak English or whatever we speak in
Common.
But like I don't know, being connected, the lore mastery being connected to a race that could be playable in the future. And I mentioned Tengu, and I was like, man, that would be so cool if like in the middle of a living story 2 years from now they hint at something like that. A race that has been introduced or reintroduced in the middle, like a year before the 2nd expansion comes out. That'd be pretty interesting.
Yeah. I I think this is one of the flimsiest excuses I've ever heard as to why Tengu could become playable, even in the second expansion. Yeah, it's got verticality. So what? Dry Top had verticality. Unfortunately.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think. No, not what you said. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. I think story-wise, there's just very little reason to go to the Tengu at the moment, and I'm just as excited as anyone else to see the Tengu and have them be a part of the game and maybe eventually play one too. But I don't know. I think they'll come more with Primordus and then it will sort of develop from there. But honestly, for now, no, I don't see it. I was a little bit scared as I was reading the comment that you were going to say, since Heart of Thorn will have verticality, do you think Tengu will become playable and then you can fly at any time you like as a Tengu? Which also would have been crazy, but
because Tengus are birds, right?
Right, yeah, and they have wings. Well, they're flightless birds as well.
Right, exactly.
But
that's
so
the joke.
many levels.
That's the joke.
Okay, but yeah, I mean. Yeah, I want Tengu. I just don't think that because the maps have a lot of verticality, it necessarily means stuff. But the general sentiment that the second expansion could finally give them to us, sure, why not? I actually think I'm quite hopeful for the second expansion because now that they found their feet and stuff,
right,
they may give themselves a lot more leeway to give us a new race and to give, like they gave us a new class this time and a bunch of specializations. What if they give us a new race next time and a bunch of specializations?
Right.
And then a new race again after that, maybe in a bunch of specializations. That would be a cool way for them to keep going on about.
Yeah, I feel a little bit weird with the Revenant. I feel like he's just gonna be really, really powerful. Really powerful.
Why?
The mist, like, all right, for people who don't know, someone caught a glimpse of the Revenant skill in
Pop.
in Hop. Yeah. Pop.
Well, the character's name was Pop.
Yeah, Pop. Yeah, I thought you said Hop for a second. Pop. The skill that you saw Ritlock do in the trailer, in the previous trailer, the announced trailer. He uses that. That's actually a Revenant skill. And you actually see Pop do it, right? Pop is very, very newbie. He's just standing around. Maybe he's doing skill 1, and all of a sudden he does this mist thing that attacks the enemy. And it's pretty interesting. You could barely see it. Like, that's why a lot of people missed it. But you could barely see him do it. And I don't know. I feel like him being invulnerable while he's doing that attack might be a little bit. Maybe it's a skill 5. Maybe it has a long cooldown.
Well, it could just be evade frames. How's that any different to pistol whip and stuff?
Yeah, true, very true. But
it's all flavor.
Taking conditions and taking they make it sound too cool. And I want to play it. I want a cool class to play. But I feel like I wish they added 2 classes.
Guardian.
I wish they added 2 classes. because then some people will be going to one and some people will go into the other. It feels like there's going to be a flood of Revenant, just tons of Revenant.
Yeah. Pretty much like 50% of the people I talk to about Guild Wars 2 at the moment are like, oh yeah, I started PvPing for Tomes of Knowledge so I could just have an instant level 80 Revenant.
Right.
Like everyone is saying, I think even you said it to me.
I've said it at least
and
twice as well. Yeah.
I know, it's just like, it's crazy. There's going to be a lot of Revenant.
Yeah, it's just and then we're going to need more. Like, you can't do a dungeon with all Revenant, like, what's going to happen here? It's just going to be a little bit annoying. in the first couple of months, everyone's going to be playing the same class. I'm not going to be like, I'm not going to play it because everyone's playing it. I'm not going to be a hipster. No, I'm playing the Revenant, dang it. I just hate that everyone else is playing it.
I'm not going to play Revenant straight away because I want to go into the new content on Liss, a character. I don't want to like instant 80 and have all these traits. Yeah. Anytime that I've ever boosted a character to 80, I have barely understood it, never really felt very much connection to the character, and not played it very much. And I don't want that for my Revenant that I ultimately get. So what I'm going to do is play Heart of Thorns on Liss. I'm going to explore the jungle on Liss, a character I already know, but still has developments and stuff because of specializations, and still has developments and stuff because of masteries. Do all of that, and I will keep Liss my main. And then once all of that's done, or a lot of that's done, I'm like in a position like 3-4 months after Heart of Thorns has come out where I say, oh wow, look, and now I have this whole new class I can play. I have a whole new profession I can go through and re-level with and stuff. And that's going to, like, give me stuff to do for a long period of time. So I'm actually in no rush. I don't want to, like if you do it all on the Revenant at once, you're loading it all together kind of thing. And, yeah, for a lot of people, that might be exactly what they want because the game will feel super different. But I really like the idea of, like, splitting them up like that.
A couple things change that. Yeah. Well, a couple things change that. I would do what you're doing if they change the leveling system to something I am okay with. Also, it depends on how much the secondary classes actually change the game for me and change the way my guardian feels and stuff like that. It depends, and because I'm going to be playing all my classes to see like what they have changed. I mean, that's a lot of classes to go through if they actually change the traits and stuff like that, like they're mentioning, to a huge major degree. That's gonna be a lot to play through. But I don't know. I definitely want to feel like I'm playing a different game entirely. So I know a lot of people are like, oh, I just want a new class when they barely even have like 3 character slots and they've only played 2 classes. Like they don't even know what to do against what a Mesmer does or what anyone else does, because all they've played is Warrior and Guardian and stuff like that, and they want to play a new class. I've actually played through everything. I really do want to play something else and try something else. I always like to feel like my character is different after a year or so, going back to not old content, but going back to things that were previously hard now is a little bit easier because, I got better at the game, or something new, some new trait changes or something like that has made me able to do this and do that, or tank or do a lot more damage and stuff. But yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, so the last question is from St. B, who says, Matt, which anime are you currently watching? And have you actually thought about reviewing anime on your channel? Woo! Yeah,
Antler, yeah. Antler, he's there randomly throughout the podcast. If you listen very closely. Anyways, I am finishing up Hunter x Hunter. I'm going to probably finish it up today because I'm almost done. I got to a part where things go a little bit nuts. How much anime have you watched, WP?
Maybe 4 or 5 series in my life. Maybe 6.
Jeez. Wow.
Yeah.
Man, sometimes I wish I was you because I would have to experience all the anime all over again.
Dude, if you the amount of TV I would be watching is unreal. It is unreal. I would be in like a television coma for the next 5 months to catch up with all the shows you watch. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I watch too many. I just like media. I love it.
It's ridiculous.
I love it.
Okay.
It's one of my things I just like to do when I'm chilling. Probably late at night after I finish work. But yeah, I'm watching Hunter x Hunter right now. I got to catch up with Parasite and World Trigger. I didn't really like the animation in it, but it seems very interesting. I might get caught up with that as well. I don't know. I'll see. But Parasite, I definitely want to get caught up with because this is weird anime. Just gross, but also very intriguing at the same time. And I kind of want to catch up with it. This guy gets a parrot, this alien comes from the sky, and it's a parasite. It goes into this guy's arm. It's supposed to bury itself into the guy's brain and take over his brain, but instead he sees it and puts don't you know when you're about to take blood?
Yeah.
When you go to to draw blood from a nurse drawing blood from you, and he they put a wrap over a rubber band over your arm. Yeah, he does that to make sure the little parasite doesn't go into his brain or go up to his brain. Obviously, if it's going through his arm, he's going to try to stop it.
Okay.
So what happens is the parasite has to reach the brain in a certain amount of time before he has to, bury himself in wherever he is. So what happened is that the parasite end up eating his arm. Eating his arm. His arm is gone. Now it's connected.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And his arm is the parasite. The parasite can give him control of the arm.
What?
Yeah.
What? His arm becomes the parasite.
Yeah,
okay.
the parasite talks and everything, by the way.
Oh my god.
So it's disgusting. Yeah, it's just really weird.
This band is still holding it in place, right?
Yeah. And so sometimes if he's around a girl, the parasite would be like, oh, I feel like you have very sexual tension towards this girl and blah blah blah. And he's like, shh, be quiet. and it's so far, it's not like fan servicey or anything like that, but like there's jokes like that, because like the parasite he doesn't know humans. He's learning, he's reading books and stuff. It's really weird to see. But yeah, it's very interesting anime. Weird, of course, obviously. But yeah, I need to catch up with that. But would I do reviews? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I try. This is the year of trying anything, and I'm just doing whatever comes to mind and whatever I think is fun at the moment, and just trying stuff. This is the year of that. So other than the other shows I need to bring back out because there's so much going on at the moment. I definitely
Elgato review.
Yeah.
The Russian potato salad thing, healthy gamer, even though it's not healthy.
Russian potato salad, yeah. Some people want that, right. I wonder if I should just bring back a cooking show and not just necessarily healthy cooking show, and I have
just bring back a cooking show,
and then have healthy options on there, of course, obviously.
Cooking
because
gamer.
That's what I eat on the normal days.
How to slow roast.
But I feel like that's like everybody. Everyone does just cooking stuff. Well, not a lot, but yeah, people do cooking stuff. And I have to have that special tie, like how Nerdy Nummies Ro does basically the same damn thing over and over and over again, but she designs them differently each time.
Yeah.
Like it's literally the same thing over and over again. Same cupcakes, same everything.
Wow, pooping on Ro.
No.
It's nice to get that.
I watched Ro.
Yeah,
I watched
nice.
everything. I watched the stuff that she does with her sister and stuff. It's like the cutest thing to see them too. Like it's the cutest thing. Oh my gosh. Anyways, my love for like if I ever meet her in real life, I'd be like, oh my gosh.
Totally starstruck.
And just like
moment.
pinch her cheeks, like
wow, inappropriate.
Very inappropriate. Very.
At a meeting.
I feel like if I did that when meing Dodger, when I did the Polaris meetup, I met like Jessica Cox and Chad and Dodger, and of course I saw Markiplier and all those guys, and the Normal Boots and Hidden Block guys, but I didn't really say hi to them. Clicks. Anyways, so
Would you do reviews then? So is that a yes for now or a no for now?
Yeah, I will.
Oh my god, there you go. Wow.
Yeah, I'll do reviews. If I find something that's cool and I want to share with everybody.
Seconds.
Yeah, I'll do a review and see what happens and see what people like from it. I'm trying to find my styles now. I'm trying different stuff. I'm trying the camera bits. People seem to like it. I'm trying different things to see what's going on. I upgraded my audio quality here now, so for the camera. Right? So we'll see how that goes and see if it was worth the investment and stuff. And yeah, there's a lot of different stuff I'm trying for the channel. Trying to do the thing in 2015. Oh. Damn. So there it is, guys.
We're going to close down the podcast now, and then you're going to give me a link to some Minecraft LP, right?
Oh, you had to mention it again, huh? To remind everybody before.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, gosh. You're going to be like, oh, my gosh, is this Let's Play back in the days with Matt? Oh, this is so stupid.
Tune in next week, guys, for the dirt on the series and how good it really is.
Anyways, guys, we'll see you guys next time on VisualWood Podcast.
Can it become the Minecraft podcast? You're going to make me want to play Minecraft when I watch it. And I'm going to be like, oh, what have you been playing, Matt? I've been playing Minecraft. I'm on a Tekkit server.
And then you're just going to drop it for another 5 months.
I'm doing some hardcore adventure stuff. Screw the building. I want survival. I've modded the hell out of it. Right. I cannot survive the first night. You're
going to spend the whole day modding it and then not play it at all.
No, that's Skyrim. That's how I play Skyrim in Oblivion.
Like, oh, I totally want to go and experience this universe with all these mods. Okay, that was tiring. I'm going to move on to something else.
You end up modding the most stupid stuff too. Like wait, let's end the podcast. Bye!